Katrina, are you ready?
Katrina, we can't hear you. You're still on mute. I'm thinking Katrina's having a hard time with this technology. Jamie, can you jump in here and get us started?
Welcome to SUNY Erie's Wednesday Paws, our weekly virtual section geared towards students so you can get the most up-to-date information on what's happening at SUNY Erie. I am Jamie Smith, Dean of Liberal Arts and Sciences. My co-host, Katrina Hill-Cheatham, is Dean of Students at South. Also joining us today is our Director of Marketing, Paula Sandy, who's here to help facilitate in answering any questions you may have. In addition, we have Jason Perry, Dean of Students at North Campus, Amy Yoder, Dean of Students at South Campus, and Tahira Shahid, who is the chair of the library at South Campus. Katrina?
Thank you, Jamie. And that's a quick logistical note for today. If you have any questions as we navigate through our session this morning, please put them in the chat box and we will answer your questions a little later in our program today. And I am so pleased to announce our very esteemed first guest that we have, President Dan Hakoy, who will join us for a few minutes of information and updates. Dr. Hakoy, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to another installment of the weekly Wednesday Pause. It is 6 de Mayo today. I hope you had a great Cinco de Mayo yesterday. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, we have some very special guests, Katie Marshall from Career Services, and Deans Jason Perry and Amy Yoder, who are sometimes here and are back with us today, and Chair of Libraries at South, Tahira Shahid Sanuvi, hope I pronounced that right, as well as our regulars, Bob Germoni, Paul Sandy, Deans Jamie Smith, and Dean Hill Cheatham. So I was also hoping that Joe Lundin would be playing some live background music for us, but maybe next time, and maybe we should make a formal request from students. I know there's a limit of only 1,000 in attendance, so you have to get your request in early just so that we can fit you in. So anyways, just like that, it's the final 2 weeks of the spring semester, a semester that none of us will ever forget. It is the home stretch. So I think the hardest part for all of us is the longer we are apart from each other, the more we crave engagement. And knowing that we can't engage with one another in the ways we're used to often makes us frustrated and despair and depressed. And when we despair, we want to give up. And I've experienced this as well, and I know our panelists have as well. And I want to say, though, this is not the time to give up. You are so close to the finish line. And I am encouraging you that no matter how you feel, make sure you get up, show up, and you not give up. Not on your classes, not on your family members, and certainly not on yourselves. So you need to dig deep, persist, persevere, and push on despite these feelings that we're all experiencing in terms of despair and depression. And remember that you started this semester with a purpose, with an aim and goal in mind, and you owe it to yourselves to finish this year with the same attitude, resilience you have shown throughout your semester. So I'm urging you to stay focused, stay positive, and finish strong. And your faculty and staff are right here for you, cheering you to the finish line. So hang in there.
Dr. Hakoy, as you mentioned, we're down to the last 2 weeks of the semester. Last week, you told us that the college is holding a virtual celebration in place of the in-person commencement ceremony on May 20th. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what that's going to look like?
Sure, Dean Smith. So we know how hard these past few months have been, especially for our 2020 graduates. And we are still not able to hold in-person events because of state rules about gathering. Normally, we would have an event at Buff State in the arena where thousands of us would be in that arena together. And unfortunately, we can't do that right now. So I will be presiding over a virtual commencement celebration on May 20th. And this event will be streamed on our YouTube site and will feature messages from our county executive, Mark Polenkars, our commencement speaker, legislator April Baskin, our board members, and our faculty and staff. We will also virtually recognize award winners as well as all of our graduates. So we do plan to reschedule the in-person ceremony at some point later on when it's safe to do so. But this virtual event is something we need to do now to recognize and celebrate all that our graduates have achieved during this time. So it's really a placeholder, but a very important one. We need rituals like this to acknowledge your achievement. It is a rite of passage. And it's going to be awesome because Paula Sandy has worked her magic again. And this will be the most amazing virtual commencement that we have ever seen. I don't think I've seen any yet, but clearly this will be something to remember.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hukoi. I also have a question for you. There has been a lot of information about federal funding, particularly for students regarding the federal CARES Act. Would you mind taking a few minutes and explaining what that federal funding means to our SUNY Erie students?
So let me clarify, the CARES Act is not related to SUNY Erie Cares, which is our program that embodies the values of the institution. This is a federal government act or package that will allocate funds to help colleges across the country and help students meet financial obligations in light of COVID-19. And so part of the funding to each college is designated for distribution to students that are currently enrolled at the college. So before receiving these funds, we as a college are required to submit a plan detailing how we intend to distribute these funds to you, our students. So we have to stay in compliance with the rules of the CARES Act and how funds can be used. So our administrative team has already submitted our plan and is currently waiting approval from both the state of New York and the federal level. So once everything is approved, we would receive the funding within a few weeks and then would be able to distribute those funds to our students. So we expect to have more information towards the end of this month of May, and we'll be able to outline how much each student is to receive and how we will distribute that those proceeds. So stay tuned to your college email as we will send details as soon as we have them.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hukoi.
Give me 1 second. Bob, I don't believe that our screen is live on YouTube right now. It looks like our presentation will begin shortly. It's still live, so we can maybe take a look at that stream to make sure that our those of us who are out in just viewer land and not on the WebEx itself are still viewing us. Go ahead, Katrina. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Hukoi, for that very informative information. That is something that our students can definitely benefit from, and I look forward to hearing more information about the federal funding. And now it is trivia time, our favorite time of our program that many of us enjoy, finding out fast facts about SUNY Erie and our history. In what year was SUNY Erie established by the legislature of New York State? We will have answers very shortly in our program. Please remember to put your answers in our chat box and we will refer to them very shortly.
And as always, the winner will receive a swag bag coming to you as soon as we return to campus, as well as a gift card to the bookstore, courtesy of our friends at the Auxiliary Services Corporation and Follett. So last week we talked a lot about advisement. I would like to just remind you guys that classes are open and that it is time for you to start registering. For you to get advised, we need you to remember two things. Before you pick your classes, know your degree requirements and where you are with those requirements. Seek help and advice when picking your classes. Remember that you have a faculty member that is assigned to help you with these decisions about which are the best courses for you to take in your time here at SUNY. And now I would like to introduce Tahira Sanubi, who is the chair of our library at South. Unfortunately, I don't believe her camera is working, but she can still bring us the information. Tahira, are you there? There we go. I see you, Tahira, now. But we can't hear you quite yet. Are you there? We still can't hear you. I'm sorry. I can run through the information real quick. Basically, we wanted to remind you that the library is online. While the building itself is closed, we are actually there. The library has chat services available to you, as well as WebEx communication, as well as phone calls if you need our help. We have two new services or newer services called Red Shelf and Vital Source, which you can access many of our online versions of our textbooks. For those whose textbooks are not available through Red Shelf and Vital Source, we are still running a scanning service. So if there's information in the actual library that you need access to and that you are not able to get through other means, we can get you those scanned copies of certain things you may need. We'd like to remind you that you are responsible still for returning things you have out. As a courtesy to you guys, we automatically change your due date to June 1st. And that's where we would like all of our stuff back. You can get more information about returning items to the library via your email or checking the COVID webpage. Another thing we would like to point out that the library has taken on as one of their issues is the census for college students. It is very important that our college students fill out the census. Historically, college students in that age group and the students that we represent at SUNY Erie are grossly underrepresented in the census data. So because of that, the library has always supported a push to get that information out there. So if you guys can make sure you take a couple minutes and finish your census data to make sure that we're counted. It really counts in various ways, including community resources and resources to our school. So please make sure to get that done.
Thank you so much, Jamie and Tahira. And maybe next week we can bring Tahira back again. We apologize for the technical difficulties. And now it's time for our trivia answer. Let's see how many winners we have out there that guessed correctly for our trivia question. And again, I will read the question and turn everything over to Paula. In what year was SUNY Erie established by the legislature of New York State? Paula?
Well, we were actually established by the legislature in 1946. and for those of you out there in math land can figure that one out, that means we have a very, very special anniversary coming up next year. The college will be officially 75 years old in 2021 on April 4th. 2021 is our incorporation date. So you'll have to be looking out for next year when we start doing some really great celebratory events to celebrate SUNY Erie for all of 2021 going into 2022.
Awesome. Thank you.
And congratulations to Lynn, who was the first one to get in the answer, 1946. You are probably going to have a really large swag bag by the time we're done with this. So we look forward to seeing you at some point down the future, down the road, Lynn, to be able to give you your prize.
That is great. 75 years young. That's great. Another thing that has come up often with our students as they prepare for graduation and with the current economic status is career services. We have a very robust career services department, which is led by Katie Marshall. And Katie's here to give you some information about our career services.
Thanks for having me. First off, we want to start off by saying congratulations to the class of 2020. We're so excited for you. And we know this can be a very stressful time, that you may be starting to think about employment. And we want you to know that we are here to help you. Our team can help you prepare resumes. We can help you with your job search. And we can walk you through some of the challenges that come along with applying for jobs and interviewing for jobs remotely or virtually. So we have a few events coming up that we want to tell you about. First off, we have some live employer information sessions. So yes, there are companies that are still hiring. Okay, they are out there. And we've invited a few of them to do a virtual information session to talk about those career opportunities and to give you the chance to ask questions. The first one is Defy Solutions. That'll be this afternoon from 1:30 to 2:30, and it's not too late to register. They have customer service positions available. They're an auto lending service company. And then next week, we'll be working with Sierra Environmental Technologies. Sierra is an environmental consulting firm and laboratory. And then on May 21st, we'll be working with Doodlebugs, and they're hiring for lead teachers and teacher assistants. So a lot of job opportunities out there, a wide range of job opportunities. So keep in touch with us. All these are posted online. They're posted on Facebook and on the college's calendar so that you can register. And then we want to talk a little bit about preparing you to apply for these jobs. So we have some workshops coming up, some live webinars. First off, applying and interviewing online can be a little bit challenging. So we have a webinar designed to teach you some tricks to kind of connecting with employers when you're over a video camera. It can be a little bit more challenging than being in person. We have a live career Q&A forum this Friday, and you'll be able to ask myself and our internship coordinator any questions that you might have about applying for internships, summer jobs, or full-time jobs after you graduate. And then next week, we're gonna have phone interview tips and tricks and networking with LinkedIn. And you know, really employers are reaching out to us. They wanna connect with you. They wanna connect virtually. So take advantage of our services. Let us help you. Again, we know it's a stressful time, but we're here. We're here to help you.
Thank you so much, Katie, for that very informative information. I'm sure our students can definitely benefit with all that you have to offer right now, and especially given this time. And next in our program, I would like to toss over the program to my colleague, Amy Yoder, who is also the Dean of Students for South Campus, and she is also our COVID-19 co-chair, who has some very important information for us about safety. Amy?
Thanks for letting me on the show today, Patrina. I'm glad to be here and look forward to hearing from everybody, and hope everyone's doing well and staying safe at this time. So just real quick, myself and my co-chair Mark Petrolik wanted to just remind everyone that campus is still open. We haven't closed. There is a screening checkpoint for everyone to come through on the days that campus is open. So Tuesdays would be City Campus, Wednesdays would be North Campus, and Thursdays would be South Campus. And if you do need to come to campus, just a reminder to wear your mask. Make sure that you have some kind of face covering, be it a gaiter, a mask, a surgical mask. And this is super important, especially when you can't maintain that 6-foot distance. At this point, and if you've seen anything of the governor's press conference today, talked about self-responsibility. So hand washing and taking care of that is so, so important. The mask is not only keeping mostly everyone else safe. So it's preventing you from spreading something to your neighbors, your colleagues, or fellow students. So that's super important. We wanted to take some time out and do a little video to show you proper hand washing techniques. So Bob, if you have that all set, that would be great.
Come to the bathroom. First thing you want to do, paper towel. You want to get enough to wipe. You want to turn your water on. Get your hands wet. Get yourself some soap. Lather up your hands. You have to wash your hands for 20 seconds. Now I've heard you can sing Happy Birthday twice. I'm not going to sing my favorite song because all of you will know it. But you're going to spend about 20 seconds. Think of it as a hospital wash. You know, you're a nurse or a doctor, you're going into surgery. You want to get everything nice and washed. Then you want to get rinsed off as best as you can without touching the sink.
Bob, it appears we're having some technical difficulties here. The audio is not playing on this, so perhaps we should move on to the next segment.
Then, grab your paper towels.
I can hear, Mark.
With your arms and your hands up. Then you use those paper towels to turn the sink on, and if need be, use the paper towels to open the door, and then throw it into the trash. That is the process of washing it.
I like that. Thank you so much, Amy and Mark, on that segment for Stay Healthy. That's a wonderful addition to our sessions on a weekly basis. Now I would like to hand the floor over to my colleague, Jason Perry, who will speak to us about student life and student engagement. Jason?
Hey, thanks, Katrina. Hi, all. Hope you're doing well in your virtual academic communities right now. A couple things that we wanted to highlight for you that are coming up this week. We do have another SUNY Erie SGA Town Hall this Friday, May 8th at 12 noon. You'll receive an email that has the WebEx invite to it. Just got to click on that, enter your information. It'll be from 12 to 12:45, and it's an opportunity for you to interact this week with the North Campus Student Government Association and myself. Also, you're probably used to, when you were in K through 12, having a teacher appreciation week. Doing potlucks, writing notes. To continue, even as a college student, to appreciate your life and your academic career here at SUNY Erie the best possible. So we're asking that if you can, reach out to your faculty, let them know how much you appreciate them, especially now. Everyone is kind of going above and beyond and working to make sure that you are having the easiest and most enriching virtual experience possible. If you go to the SUNY Erie Student Government Association Facebook page, the page there will have an opportunity for you to write something on our wall, letting us all know how much you appreciate your faculty. So you can give a shout out to your favorite faculty person, something you think may be kind of under-recognized, and we would just love to have you interact and let all of the faculty here know how much you appreciate them. So that's all for this week, and back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Jason. I look forward to hearing some of those really nice messages from students to our faculty and staff. So thank you for that segment. And so next, I would like to really, as we do on a weekly basis, point out to our students where they can receive all of the up-to-date information regarding our services and hours of operation and any other tidbits of information that we share on a weekly basis for our faculty, staff, and students. Please bookmark the COVID-19 webpage as it is up to date every day, and you can find the most up-to-date information related to what's going on at the college. So thank you for showing that screen, Paula, and thank you for allowing us the opportunity to present that information to you again. And Jamie?
So now is the time where we like to hear from you guys. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and type them into the chat box. We'll do our best to answer them. Paula, did we get any questions today?
We did actually have one question. They wanted to know, with the fact that when you want to change your major, your process is normally to go through the admissions office. But now that we're not on campus, what is the process that a student would have to go through to change their major at this point?
The best bet is to send us an email, because email will serve as confirmation and we'll have an actual trail that this decision was the decision of the student. You can either reach out to your advisor, or you can reach out on the COVID-19 page. We actually have contact information for all of the departments. So you can reach out to the admissions department directly.
Yes, I would definitely like to say our admissions offices are open, so please feel free to contact admissions. They can help with processing that paperwork.
And
Thank
like
you.
Katrina said, it's not just the admissions office, the college is open. You know, so we are here to still help you with everything and to service your needs. On the COVID-19 page, there is a very detailed list of phone numbers and contact information for all of the SUNY Erie offices.
Thank you, Jamie. And for now, I would like to ask President Hokoi, do you have any final words of wisdom for us or any last minute updates you would like to provide?
Just hang in there and finish strong. It's only 2 weeks, and then I look forward to seeing all your happy faces at our virtual commencement on May 20th. And I want to thank our panelists for joining us today and giving you such wonderful information. And be safe, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hokoi, for joining us again on our weekly segment of Wednesday Paws. I would also like to thank my colleagues and again, our guests today. We had Jason Perry, Amy Yoder, Katie Marshall, Jamie Smith. We also had, of course, Dr. Hokoi and Paula, who helps facilitate the weekly broadcast as we progress each week. So thank you all for joining us for, again, our Wednesday Pause. We also would like to leave you with some messages, encouraging messages from our faculty and staff who have taken the time to send our students messages of support, encouragement, and love. So thank you again for joining us, and let's look at some of those messages.
See you next week.
Bye.
Hi there, SUNY Erie students. I'm Erica over in Institutional Research, and I just wanted to say that I know that things are feeling a little bit chaotic right now, a little bit more messy than you're used to. And you know what? I wanted to tell you that we're here with you too. We know what that feels like, and we're here to help. Reach out to us if you need that help. We understand, and we're here for you.
Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay strong.
Hi everyone, this is Dr. Eric Nealons in Social Sciences, hoping you and your loved ones are well. I want to wish you a strong finish to the spring 2020 semester. If you have any questions or issues at any time, please reach out. We're here to help.
Hey, Bill from Biotech here. I just want to wish my current and former students the best during these trying times that we're dealing with. And remember, you can always reach out to me, and we're in this together.
Hi everybody, I'm so happy to be able to say hi to our students this way, And I think my message is I want you to know that we think about you and talk about you in every meeting I'm in every day. We're working hard to try and find ways to help you guys be successful. And please just let us know what you need. Let us know if you need help.
Hey ECC students, I know that these are difficult times, but know that we care about you and that we think of you daily. Best wishes to you for the end of this semester. Finish strong and be encouraged, and know that we'll be here for you when you come back. And remember, wash your hands.
Hey everybody, Barrett Gordon here, college librarian, city campus. Probably been on my computer a little bit too much watching video challenge transitions and whatnot, but these are unprecedented times, so there is still some normalcy. Remember, librarians, as always, are here to help you. So during hours of operation, you can find us in the chat. We're starting to use WebEx, SUNY Erie's video conferencing tool, a lot more to conduct face-to-face video calls and or voice calls. Also starting to use screen sharing and mouse sharing a bunch, which definitely makes getting through research hiccups and roadblocks a lot easier. So just continue to explore all these tools that are becoming more and more popular, and breathe and hold tight. We'll get through this. Stay well. Hope to see you guys soon. Miss you.
ACC students, just wanted to offer a word of encouragement. First, I'd like to say that I don't speak alone when I say that we truly miss your smiling faces in the hall and in our classrooms. I know this time has been extremely challenging. It's been really challenging for us too. But I do want you to know that we do have 3 different ways that we can respond to a challenge. We can let it define us, we can let it destroy us, or we can let it make us stronger. I have seen so many of you really step up to the plate and let it really make you stronger. You're logging into those WebEx classes and you're getting the work done and really pushing forward. And although none of us can, really promise for it to be easy, we can promise for it to be worth it. I am so incredibly proud of you. You're almost to the finish line. Don't give up now.